in the past 7 days, we lost almost $3,000. And just today we lost $600. And what this is our churn, the churn for our SaaS. In other words, the amount of revenue we lose every single day from people that cancel their subscription. Churn is one of the biggest issues people face when scaling a SaaS. Because, of course, when people subscribe to your SaaS, they don't stay on forever, right? And the ratio between the people that stay on versus the one that cancels, the other way around, is your churn rate. So ideally, your churn rate should be 0, but of course, that's impossible. Ideally, your churn rate for your SaaS should be around 5%, right? Ours is somewhat high, and we're getting it down. We've implemented some things to reduce our churn. In other words, to reduce the amount of money we lose every single day. In other words, to retain our subscribers for longer, okay? And so I want to show you how you can do the exact same thing with your SaaS, how you can reduce churn. And there's 7 things you can do. I mean, there's infinite things you can do. And the very first thing you need to know is that it's never just one thing, right? You will never just do one thing and reduce your churn, okay? Again, you'll never just do one thing and make people stay on for longer periods of time. It's never just one thing. It's always a multitude of things, okay? Multitude of things that work in tandem, okay? Now, I haven't written this in any particular order, but I'll give you the first one, which sounds simple, but it's the ability to downgrade plan, right? So in your dashboard, and we've done this, in your dashboard, right, in your cancellation sequence, and I think I recorded a video on how our cancellation sequence looks like. When they could click cancel, right, don't just allow them to cancel like that. Prompt them, give them an offer. Hey, listen, wait, you're on the, let's say you have 3 plans, A, B, C. Let's say this is the most expensive one, okay? Let's say they're on A, okay? Give them an offer saying, hey, listen, wait, you can downgrade to B. Downgrade to B, pay less than what you pay on A, but keep the features from plan A for 30 days. Plus a one-on-one coaching call with me. Plus, like, give them everything. Give them incentives so that you can reduce the churn if they want to try and cancel. So you basically dissuade them to cancel with these little offers, okay? So this is the very first thing, ability to downgrade. I see a lot of SaaSes out there that you allow users to downgrade actively, so they can go to plans, manage, and downgrade, but they don't allow this to happen when users are actively canceling the subscription, right? And we've done this, and again, I will not tell you that doing this will reduce your churn like that, but again, it all helps. All these little factors, right? All these little things help in reducing churn. Super simple, yet super effective and super easy to set up, okay? Ability to downgrade plan. And again, of course, not just downgrade, but give them a special offer, okay? Then, pretty basic one, but asking your users for feedback, it's just the biggest thing ever into growing in SaaS and reducing churn as well. And I know this sounds super cliche, super basic, but every single time I see some SaaS not succeeding is because they're not speaking with their clients enough. Again, super cliche, but your clients are paying you money every single month. So they know what they want. You might think you know what they want, and in some cases you do, but most times the client is right, and the client that's using the product actively every day, and oftentimes maybe even more than you, right? They know what they want. They know what they're looking for because the client is making money using your SaaS. So they use your SaaS to make money or to manage whatever it is. If you have an email marketing software, CRM, whatever, they are actively using your SaaS, the SaaS you provide to them every single day. So they have, not that they have more insights, but they have more, I guess, real life experience in using the SaaS for their own use case. So asking for feedback, and I've talked about this, right? Have, once someone subscribes in your email marketing software, have like a flow, an email sequence flow, asking them for feedback, right? Asking them to get on a call with you, asking them to give you as much feedback as you can, right? Put them on Slack. We put our best customers into Slack. So they're just they're a message away from us. And this not only helps us improve the product very well, very fast, but it also reduces churn. Again, it's one of these little factors that contributes to reducing the churn because they feel like, and they do have, right? They have so super quick access to us. Like the barrier from them to us, for them to get in touch with us, right? It's super close. It's just a chat away. And we use Slack internally for our own team, right? So they're almost inside. So they don't need to go and send an email, then wait a few days for us to reply to the email. No, we're super aware. They're super almost in tandem with us. So asking for them for feedback, sending out emails, putting them on Slack, and working with them side by side will reduce your churn because they'll be happier, right? If you build features they want, if you fix the bugs they are having faster, people will churn less, okay? Super straightforward, okay? Then, of course, basic one, but it's very important. Build a great product, right? If your product sucks, well, people will cancel, right? And in all essence, you need to provide more value than what they pay for. So if your SaaS costs $49 a month. Well, you better make sure that the value the users are getting is larger, the value is larger than the $49 a month they're paying for. It's just simple math. Why would someone pay for a software, a SaaS, if they're not getting the value they should be getting out of it, which is ideally more, okay? So build a great product, right? Fix your bugs, make sure your product works, make sure your product delivers on value, either saving them time or making them money. That's basically what a product needs to do. It's either save them time or save them money, okay? Or make their life easier in some way. Fix some problem. Because your SaaS can fix a problem. But if it's not fixing the problem well enough, well, in the case that's not worth the amount they're paying, in case the value is higher, if the value, is not higher than the money they're paying for, well, they will cancel. And we had this for a while, right? Our product wasn't good enough, right? So we worked a lot on it. And when I say product, I don't just mean the features. I mean the UI, the UX, so how the user interface, right, and the user experience. This goes a long way, and especially now in the, I guess, AI age where it's easier, not easy, never easy. It's easier to build software products, right? It's easier. Most people can now do it. Yeah, not trying to describe developers, but it's easier. Most people can spin up a software nowadays. Now, most of them suck, of course, but the winners are going to be the ones that have the best experience, right? We have a lot of competitors of ours, but we always get people coming in from them to us, not necessarily because we're cheaper or better or whatever, but because the user experience on our dashboard, on our app dashboard, is way better. So invest. I think we pay a lot of money for a UI UX designer. We hired a UI UX designer full time. He just does UI and UX for our app, not the marketing side, but the app itself. And when I say app, it's like a SaaS. It's like a desktop app, not desktop app, sorry, browser app. Okay, we pay him a lot of money for him to be full time fixing and improving our UI and UX, because if your users love to use your product, right? I'll give you an example. For example, for banking I use Revolut, right? It's a European banking platform, right? It's way better than any other, like I live in Portugal, any other like Portuguese bank. Their app is just so smooth. The UI, the experience of the user is just fantastic. And this makes me want to use the product more and more and more. So don't neglect this. When I talk about building a great product, yes, great features that actually work, but then make sure that it all flows together nicely. The experience the user has is seamless. A great example of this is Shopify. Shopify is great for, like, if you're a user of Shopify, it's brilliant, okay? Then, moving on to number 4, again, these aren't in any particular order, segment email sequences properly. So what I mean by this is, let's say you have 3 plans, again, A, B, and C, right? And you're going to want to send emails to these people, right? You're going to want to send emails like announcing new features, emails announcing maybe discounts, emails maybe announcing, I don't know, whatever, right? You want to send emails to your subscribers. These are subscribers, by the way, in all these 3 different plans. But you don't want to send these same emails to all these 3. You want to segment them. Because maybe a guy on plan B will receive an email from a feature that is in plan A, trying to upsell them to plan A. But maybe a guy on C won't receive that same email to upgrade from C to A. Maybe they'll first receive one to upgrade from C to B. Hopefully this makes sense. So tailor your email sequences to the right people, because clients can just be one email away of churning, or one email away of upgrading, or one email away of whatever. So if you should be leveraging email, by the way, if you're leveraging email, again, which you should, nurture people differently. Don't just bundle them all up, because if you have multiple plans, chances are that in each of these plans, right, you'll have, for example, agencies on this one, maybe business owners on this one, maybe like solopreneurs on this one. People with different needs, okay? So tailor your sequences to them, otherwise it's gonna be a mess, and they won't feel like they're being heard, and they will feel like your message aren't tailored to them. And then you just, of course, lose the opportunity to make more money off of them, or to maybe dissuade them from canceling, okay? And then 5, focus on annual plans. Well, it's quite simple, right? If you focus too much on monthly plans, well, they can subscribe for a month and then they can cancel after 3 months, right? If they buy a yearly plan, well, they're stuck, right, for 12 months, right? So here the churn would be 3 months, here it would be 12 months. Okay, so focus on getting them in for yearly plans, because by default, yearly plan is 12 months. So by default, the churn will be only after 12 months. While if you get them on the monthly, well, they can churn after just 1 month. So focus on annual plans, make them super enticing. I think ours is like 40% off. So make them super, super enticing, okay? Because you want to get people on annual plans, right? Because they have to commit and they have to pay you for a longer period of time, okay? Number 6 is B2C versus B2B. Well, In B2B, so business to business, right, the churn is way, way less than in B2C. B2C, the churn is super high. Because, of course, in B2B, usually SaaS is tailored for B2B, business to business, right? They're built in a way where they're included in the business's processes, okay? Well, at B2B SaaS, well, a person like me and you, right, maybe we don't have any specific processes. We're buying this SaaS maybe to do X, Y, Z. While on a B2B, it's much more serious. Not only is your SaaS's price, in theory, higher, but if a business is buying your solution, well, they're a business, they make money, they have processes, and they'll use your SaaS and add them into their processes, okay? So they take time to do it, and it becomes harder to take it out of the processes, so thus reducing your churn. And speaking of that, speaking of taking out of the processes, build a sticky product. Let me give you the best example. Email marketing softwares like, I don't know, ActiveCampaign, MailerLite, MailChimp, right? They are super sticky in the sense that when I buy the email marketing software to do email marketing for my SaaS, for example, or for my business, for my e-commerce store, whatever, right? I build all my sequences inside of the software. I import my email list. Like it's the best thing. I use it in there. And if I want to change it, well, it's awful. It's a pain in the ass. I have to export my email list. I have to redo all my email sequences, right? I lose all the data from my open rates. Like it's awful. Changing email marketing softwares is awful. That's side note. That's also why a lot of these competitive email marketing platforms offer like these super fast migration solutions to ease that pain, sort of. But again, email marketing softwares are a great example of sticky products in a way that when you use it, it's very hard to leave, right? Not because the product is great, the product needs to be great, of course, but because they're super tied into your business and it's hard to remove it. You can, but you're gonna like spend a week like rebuilding the email sequences, importing, exporting the email lists, making sure everything's correct. It's a pain in the ass, and also you lose all the data. So try to build your product to be sticky. Think about how you can build your SaaS, or how you can make your SaaS, or build new features in your SaaS that will make your users stick. That the pain of them leaving is higher than the pain of them staying. Okay, that's it. That's how you reduce churn. Super, I know, theoretical video, but I have more like explicit ones in this YouTube channel. But again, just if you want to like take one takeaway from this video, don't think that they're going to reduce churn just with one thing. Churn is reduced by doing multiple things. This is what we found so far that reduces our churn. So that's it. I'll leave a link down below in the description for my course on how to grow a SaaS. It's a paid course, of course. Basically teaches you everything I've done from zero to hero to growing my very first software business, which I just exited a couple of months ago, to now growing my current software business. But all the info will be down below in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and please comment for the algorithm SaaS. That would be amazing. Thanks so much. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.